I'm Mike Hamlar, host of the New Virginia Economy, and we welcome our guest, Tim Bradshaw, Executive Director of the Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport. Tim, welcome.
Thanks, Mike.
So tell us about the local airport. Why is it important to fly local and support your local economy here?
Well, it's the old supply and demand we learned back in economics years ago that the more demand you have, the more supply you have. In this day and age, we only really have 4 airlines that control most of the traffic in the United States: United, American, Delta, and Southwest. Now we have 3 of the big 4. And since 08, 09, all the airlines have merged down to these last 4. And so it's important for us because they've constricted the supply. So the more flights, the more demands we have, the more we encourage people to fly out of Roanoke, the more flights we get, the larger planes we get. Just recently we announced a second flight to LaGuardia. That all became because
that was huge. That's
because of the demand we have. And just like last night, I flew in from Atlanta. It was on an Airbus 330, 319. Sorry, it's a nice airplane. It has a first-class section on it, brand new airplane. So we can convince the airlines that we have the demand here. The supply will increase. More flights, and more flights will lead to lower fares.
Right, so say that part again. So more
flights leads to more fares because the seats, they don't want the seats to go out empty, for example.
Right.
So as they get closer to the day of the flight, if there are seats available, they're going to try to discount those seats. It's a commodity, it's a perishable commodity.
Right.
So they want to make sure that they fill those airplanes up. So more flights leads to better fares.
I want to make sure our viewers saw that, or heard that rather.
Absolutely,
because that's very important. Very important. And it's always, you want to support your local economy, you want to support the brand that Roanoke-Blacksburg Regional Airport has. So tell us more about the brand loyalty.
Well, it goes back again to, we want to increase our demand, but this is our hometown airport, and we want people to fly this airport instead of driving to other airports. Now, I get it, people have choices, and they vote with their wallets and where they want to fly.
Right.
So what we want to do is we want to create brand loyalty by offering amenities that we can control. We can't control the airlines and what they charge and how often they fly, but we can control the parking experience, the lobby. We offer Wi-Fi. We've got McAllister's Deli, for example, there in the restaurant.
My wife was really excited about that.
Absolutely. Thank you. Tell her thanks for me. But that's the kind of thing that we can't control. We're going to also look at having a frequent road warrior club, because we got a lot of people who fly in and out every week, and those are the people that really are the bread and butter for us. They're the ones who come in each and every week. So we want to concentrate on focusing on the customer, because that's really who we're about.
Well, that's a great segue, because I know a lot of business clients. They fly in and out, and they have the Signature Series that's over there as well.
Yes.
So tell us more about that.
Yeah, it's important for the business community. The leisure traveler does have a little more discretion. They can drive somewhere. If I had 4 kids and I was flying, from Florida, for example, and I could save a couple $100, I can see driving to another airport. But the business person, time is money.
Yes.
And they want to have that access to that national and international system. Mm-hmm. We also, as you mentioned, we have Signature over there as well. We have a lot of corporate aircraft that come in and out of the airport. We don't really know about it because it's private aviation, but there's a lot of companies that come in and out here, and that's the people that are coming in on those airplanes are the ones who are doing plant expansions or sales contracts or big orders. So that's where the real economic development is the private side.
Right, with private aviation. That's huge. And I know we have some businesses here that have their own private planes. They fly in and out. You may not see them because it's a different portal. And I know the Hokies actually fly out of here as well.
They sure do. And the teams coming in, I love when the charter teams, we kind of hold them up a little bit. We try to slow them down a little bit before they get over to Castle Stadium. So.
It's always good.
Yeah.
So I guess that's part of the age of the business community. So things are kind of changing as far as that's concerned. Yes or no?
Yeah. And think about us as a portal. There's also a lot of cargo. That's my favorite part of aviation. The boxes don't complain if the flight's late or they lose your luggage.
Right.
But every night we've got UPS and FedEx coming in and out. So we really are an economic engine for this region here.
Well, if anybody wanted to get in contact with you, or they had questions, or wanted to send you notes, how would they do that? How would they contact you?
We certainly encourage it. Of course, our website, flyroa.com, but pick up the phone and call us, because we're here to serve. This is not my airport. It's not the commission's airport or the city's airport. It belongs to the people, and we're here to serve the people.
Well, that's awesome. Do you have a phone number for them?
Absolutely. It's 540-362-1999. We'd be more than happy to talk with you about the service and how we can improve it to meet their needs.
Wow, that's awesome. Well, Tim, any final remarks, any wrap-up, anything you want to make sure that...
Again, we encourage people to fly ROA when you can. It helps supports us, and it helps us to bring other airlines in. We're working hard to try to increase our offerings there.
Well, folks, you heard it. Fly local. It's important.
It is.
Even if it's not in this region, you live in another region, go ahead and do that. But, Tim, thank you so much. We really appreciate you coming on the show. As always, we want to thank our sponsors. And again, thank our guest, Tim Bradshaw. For more information and the extended interview, go to newvirginiaeconomy.com. And well, that's it for today, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Mike Hamlar, and remember, stay focused, remain engaged, and be encouraged, because together we are building a new Virginia economy.